Somewhere along the way, someone convinced you that you need 5, 6, maybe even 10 different exercises just to build strong legs. You only need 2 exercises to develop powerful, muscular, and balanced legs. That's it. One of these movements trains your entire lower body as a single unit, while the other targets a crucial weak point that most people completely ignore. Master these, and you'll never waste time on unnecessary fluff again. Ready to train smarter, not harder? Let's go. Number 2, squat. If you're not squatting, you're not serious about building real lower body strength. There's a reason this movement is called the king of exercises. It doesn't just work your legs, it challenges your entire body, demanding full engagement from your core, back, and stabilizing muscles. If you think a couple of leg presses and some leg extensions will give you the same results, you're fooling yourself. Squats build real strength, the kind that carries over sports, daily life, and overall athletic performance. But let's talk about why squats are actually non-negotiable. This movement is a compound exercise, meaning it recruits multiple muscle groups at once. Your quadriceps, hamstrings, glutes, and calves all work together, while your lower back and core provide the necessary support. That's why squats trigger a massive hormonal response, increasing testosterone and growth hormone, 2 key players in muscle development. If you want more muscle, more strength, and better overall performance, squats should be at the core of your training program. Let's address a huge issue. Most people squat like garbage. There's a half-rep crew that barely bends their knees, the knee cave disaster, where joints collapse inward like a house of cards, and the spinal disaster, where people round their backs like a scared cat. These mistakes don't just limit muscle activation, they set you up for injury. A proper squat means going deep enough to engage the full range of motion, keeping your chest up, bracing your core, and ensuring that your knees track properly over your toes. If you're half-repping, you're missing out on 50% of the benefits. And speaking of benefits, let's not forget about strength translation. Whether you're an athlete looking to improve sprint speed, a lifter wanting bigger quads, or just someone trying to build functional strength, squats will deliver. They improve explosiveness, balance, coordination, and core engagement all in one brutal, effective movement. Still not convinced? Here's a challenge. Add progressive overload to your squat routine and see how your body responds. Gradually increase the weight, work on depth, and watch as your strength levels skyrocket. The people who consistently squat heavy are the ones building powerhouse legs, while those avoiding it are stuck spinning their wheels. If you want to break through plateaus and build real lower body strength, stop skipping squats. Some people think squats are just for powerlifters and bodybuilders, but they're essential for everyone. If you've ever had knee pain, back pain, or poor posture, odds are you need to squat more, not less. The movement reinforces postural integrity, strengthens stabilizer muscles, and improves overall mobility. In fact, research has shown that deep squatting increases flexibility and strengthens connective tissues, which helps prevent injuries. If you're someone who sits all day at a desk, squats are a game changer for fixing posture and restoring functional movement patterns. Let's break another myth. Squats don't destroy your knees, bad form does. When performed correctly, squats actually strengthen the knee joint and protect against injury. The biggest mistake people make? Letting their knees cave in or pushing them too far forward. Your knees should track over your toes in a controlled, stable manner. If your knees hurt when you squat, it's not the squat, it's you. Fix your mobility. Strengthen your stabilizers and squat correctly. Another overlooked benefit of squats is core activation. Forget crunches. Squatting heavy forces your core to work harder than any workout. If you want a strong, stable midsection that translates to real-world strength, prioritize squats. Your abs aren't just for show, they're there to stabilize your spine under heavy loads. And squats train them better than any isolation exercise ever could. And let's talk about real-world applications. Squats aren't just about gym aesthetics. Whether you're running, jumping, lifting heavy objects, or even standing up from a chair, squatting strength plays a role. Athletes use squats to improve speed, agility, and endurance. If you think squats are optional, you're missing the big picture. They build the type of strength that carries over to every aspect of life. So here's the bottom line. If you want powerful legs, bulletproof joints, and total body strength, Squats should be a staple in your routine. They're tough, they're humbling, and they demand effort, but that's exactly why they work. No gimmicks, no shortcuts, just hard, effective training that delivers results. You're enjoying the video, leave your comment, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, click the subscribe button. Number 1, leg curl. Most people don't take leg curls seriously. They throw them in at the end of a workout as an afterthought, treating them like some accessory movement that doesn't really matter. And that's exactly why so many lifters end up with weak, underdeveloped hamstrings. If you're one of those people who thinks leg curls are just for bodybuilders, let me tell you right now, you're missing out on one of the most crucial movements for lower body strength, injury prevention, and performance enhancement. The hamstrings are one of the most overlooked muscle groups in leg training, and this is a huge mistake. Your hamstrings play a massive role in stabilizing the knee joint, generating explosive power, and improving overall lower body balance. If you're squatting and deadlifting heavy but not directly training your hamstrings, you're leaving serious strength potential on the table and setting yourself up for knee problems, imbalances, and a lack of posterior chain development. One of the biggest reasons why people tear their hamstrings or suffer knee injuries. A weak hamstring to quadriceps ratio. Your quads are naturally stronger than your hamstrings, but if that imbalance becomes too extreme, it puts enormous stress on the knee joint. This is especially common in athletes, where strong quads and weak hamstrings lead to an increased risk of ACL injuries. The best way to fix this imbalance? Train your hamstrings directly. And the leg curl is one of the best ways to do it. But here's the thing, most people do leg curls completely wrong. They load up too much weight, use momentum to swing the weight up, and barely feel their hamstrings working. If you're treating the leg curl like a mindless machine movement, you're doing yourself a disservice. The key to truly effective leg curls is controlled execution, full range of motion, and proper setup. One of the most important aspects of performing leg curls properly is machine alignment. If the machine isn't adjusted to your body's proportions, you won't get the full benefit of the exercise. The pad should be placed just above your Achilles tendon, and your knees should line up with the pivot point of the machine. If the pad is too high on your calves, you'll recruit more of your lower legs instead of properly isolating your hamstrings. Another common mistake, arching the lower back. When people go too heavy, they compensate by lifting their hips off the bench or arching their back, completely shifting tension away from the hamstrings. To fix this, brace your core, press your hips into the bench, and focus on squeezing your hamstrings throughout the movement. If you can't do a rep without your lower back coming off the pad, you're using too much weight. Drop the ego and lift correctly. A proper leg curl should be slow and controlled, not rushed. Most lifters make the mistake of exploding on the way up and letting the weight drop back down. The real magic happens in the eccentric lowering phase. This is where you build strength and resilience in your hamstrings. If you're just letting the weight fall, you're missing out on half the benefits. Instead, lower the weight slowly, feeling your hamstrings lengthen and resist the motion. Let's talk about variations. The lying leg curl is great for overall hamstring activation, but seated leg curls place the hamstrings in a more stretched position, which can increase muscle fiber recruitment. If you want full development, you should be incorporating both variations into your training. Nordic hamstring curls are another brutal but effective option, and they've been shown to significantly reduce hamstring injury risk when performed consistently. If you're serious about leg training, stop treating the leg curl like a secondary movement. It's just as essential as squats and deadlifts when it comes to building strong, functional legs. Want bulletproof knees, explosive power, and well-developed hamstrings? Start prioritizing leg curls. Your posterior chain will thank you. Integrating squats and leg curls into a training program. Now that we've broken down why squats and leg curls are non-negotiable for a well-rounded lower body, let's talk about how to incorporate them effectively into a structured program. Whether you're a beginner, an intermediate lifter, or an advanced athlete, the key is to balance strength, recovery, and progression. The mistake most people make is either not training enough or overtraining with no real structure. Let's fix that. For beginners, the focus should be on movement mastery, form perfection, and building strength without overcomplicating things. The best approach is to train legs twice per week, allowing enough recovery time. The first workout should prioritize strength, incorporating squats for 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps, leg curls for 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps, lunges for 2 sets of 12 reps per leg, and calf raises for 3 sets of 15 reps. The second workout should focus on volume and accessory work, using goblet squats for 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps, seated or lying leg curls for 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps, step-ups for 3 sets of 10 reps per leg, and core work like planks and hanging leg raises. For intermediate lifters, things get more intense and strategic. The goal now is to increase strength, improve muscle endurance, and start implementing more volume while still allowing recovery. Training legs 3 times per week is ideal. The first session should focus on heavy strength work, including barbell squats for 5 sets of 5 to 8 reps, Romanian deadlifts for 4 sets of 8 to 10 reps, lying leg curls for 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps, Bulgarian split squats for 3 sets of 12 reps per leg, and calf raises for 4 sets of 12 to 15 reps. The second session should emphasize hypertrophy and volume, incorporating front squats for 4 sets of 10 to 12 reps, seated leg curls for 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps, step-ups with dumbbells for 3 sets of 10 reps per leg, weighted walking lunges for 3 sets of 20 steps, and core exercises like wheel rollouts and cable crunches. The third session should develop explosiveness and endurance, featuring jump squats for 4 sets of 10 reps, sled pushes for 4 rounds of 20 meters, Nordic hamstring curls for 3 sets of 6 to 8 reps, box jumps for 3 sets of 12 reps, and hanging leg raises for 3 sets of 15 reps. No matter your training level, the combination of squats and leg curls is the ultimate blueprint for powerful, well-balanced legs. Beginners need to focus on form and control progression. Intermediates should increase volume and intensity, while advanced lifters must fine-tune performance, maximize strength, and incorporate recovery methods. The key? Consistency, progression, and proper execution. If you're skipping either of these movements, you're missing out on explosive gains, superior athleticism, and bulletproof leg development. Train smart, push hard, and let your results speak for themselves. You liked the video? Leave your comment, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, click the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.